Hi Stampin' friends, it's Chris Slogar from BuckeyeInklings.com. Today I want to show you how to make this easy gift card holder that just has a pocket here on the inside, and it relies on this largest of the stitched nested label shape that's been so popular from our new annual catalog this year. So you might recognize this. I did this as one of my projects last week on Facebook Live, but we had kind of a Christmas in July theme going. And you can see the variation here. I've just used some designer paper in the background. So this is a great use of designer paper patterns that coordinate, and made the same way. But I wanted to pull this project out and make it its own video so it's easy to find and reference. And also show you how versatile you can pull out whatever stamps and papers and themes you like to make this. So we'll make this one today, and it's quite easy actually. I've got some of the pieces pre-made here. It starts from a base piece that measures 5.5 inch by 7.5 inches. I've got Pretty Peacock here, and you can see this is just an inch short of a full card front. I think that makes it more interesting, and you could show off designer paper then on the inside flap. Or you can leave it blank. Now, we did a version of this card. I'll just show you this as well. This was not a gift card holder. We just mounted that shape on the front of the card in this case. So I layered designer paper on a cardstock piece of the same size, and instead of sandwiching the card front, we just mounted it on the front. So different things you can do. But let me show you this. This is very easy. I've got 2 pieces of designer paper. Now this is from the Dinoroar collection. This one measures 3 by 5.25, and the one that goes on the inside measures 1 inch by 5.25. So we're going to first put down our Whisper White mat on the inside. This measures 4 by 5.25, pretty standard. And then I'm going to put the designer paper right over this most right edge of that, okay, to make it a little more interesting. So there we have the base. And then I've got 2 shapes cut from that largest die of the stitched nested labels, one in Pool Party, one in Pretty Peacock. Okay, so the Pool Party one I'm going to stamp with, this is a great, who knew this would coordinate so well, above the clouds, and some of these triangular shapes and the colors for balloons go really nicely with that Dinoroar paper. This is the Above the Clouds bundle, which has a punch, a coordinating punch, and you can get this bundled out of the new annual catalog. So I've made some of these pieces ahead of time just to make this go quicker, but I'm going to add clouds from that Above the Clouds set to my Pool Party piece here. And you can turn the stamp around to get some different looks. And I'm just going to attach this to the front of the card base that we've created so far. And I'm being careful not to put any adhesive along that edge that's going to stick over the to the right side of the card. So let me just put this down, trying to get that straight, hopefully. And then on the inside, I'm going to add the other piece, but what I'm going to do first is cut off a 3/4 inch strip of it. Okay, so I'm just putting this on my trimmer, lining up one edge at the 3/4 inch line, and I'm going to cut that off, okay, just to make that pocket a little smaller than the full shape. And then another thing I'm going to do, and I like to kind of center this, I'm adding with my 1 inch circle punch a little notch in order to have kind of like a finger notch. Okay, so that is that spot. Now, to apply this, I'm going to use my liquid Tombow glue, and I'm just going around the outside of the shape, okay, because I want to be able to slide in and out with the gift card. So I'm lining that right up with that pool party shape that's sticking out there. And I'm going to let that dry really well before we try to stick a gift card in there, okay, so it doesn't get forced off. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and we can stamp the happy birthday on the inside. I've got that on my Stamp-A-Majig so that I can hopefully get that straight. I'm just going to kind of locate it up here. And this happy birthday greeting is from Itty Bitty Birthdays. So this is a really great little general birthday set. I think very handy. Give you a look at that. And the greeting that we used on the front of the card, It's Your Day, is also from that set. I'm going to add a couple of these balloons. This is a balloon stamp also from Above the Clouds, and I'm just going to kind of put that in there in Pool Party around that greeting. And then move on to the front here. All right, so we've got the balloons already made and cut, punched with the balloon punch. Now I did the outline in Memento Black, and I stamped with Pretty Peacock and Pineapple Punch. And for each case here, I did stamp off to make that fill-in stamp a little lighter. Okay, so I'm just going to put the Pretty Peacock one down flat here. And I have its basket. I'm just going to put on here flat as well. Just rotate that a bit, okay? And get a basket here. And then the Pineapple Punch, I'm going to mount up on dimensionals. Off to the side here. And I've got a basket. I've got a mini dimensional for the basket. So that goes there. And then I've already got stamped that It's Your Day from Itty Bitty Birthdays and a 1 1/4 inch circle punch. So I'm going to mount that up on a dimensional. And then the last thing, just a little added piece for the Pineapple Punch balloon. I've got this stamped ahead of time. I wanted to make sure to make this point. First of all, these balloons are really great to color in with your blends. So if you're coloring, the blends are a great choice because they're alcohol markers. You won't see the strokes. Now, if you want to stamp with your marker colors, you need to use the Stampin' Write markers. These are water-based, like our stamp pads, okay? If you try to use the alcohol-based blends on the stamp, it will just stain the stamp, okay? You want the water-based Stampin' Write markers if you're going to apply the ink to the stamp with a marker. Okay, and you can see I'm just coloring with Old Olive. Gonna skip to there. And Lovely Lipstick. And Mango Melody. I just picked those colors out of the paper. Okay, so again, these are the water-based markers, and this is a great technique to fill in this little pennant. So I've already got the pennant shape stamped, and I won't have you watch me cut that out, but that's what I did. I just fussy cut that and added that to my card, and there we have it. All right, thanks so much for joining me. If you need any of the products you've seen in your video, I'd so appreciate your business in my online store at buckeyeinklings.com. And there's a lot of great other ideas there too. So check it out. Thanks so much.